What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space, and we're back in Darkest Dungeon, and where we left up last episode was we were pretty much ready to go except for Durari's skills, and I've gone in and fiddled him around a little bit to get him kind of ready for the position I need him to fill in the party. So we've got him quite near the back. He's got stress heal, he's got this party buff, and then he's got a couple of abilities that are going to... Dirk Stab helps him move forward if need be, move around if need be, and then we've got Slice Off here, which is a bleed that we can cast on the middle of the enemy party. So that's an alright setup. I don't really know how to use the Jesters because I've not really played with them yet, so we'll see if that works out. And let's go in for something quick and short. I'm going to make a couple of quick runs this time. So medium, no. These are all level 1 mediums. Yeah, there we go. Level 1 short. That will do quite nicely. And we're going to take Verdun, we're going to take Bucci, we're going to take Durari, and then one of these two. Blangy or Hindi. Let's have a look. Stress resist, you are not great, and then a crit buff, whereas Blangy, I seem to remember, is looking a bit better. Yeah, 10%, yep, Blangy is currently the slightly better of the two. Let's provision ourselves up, so some torches, some food, couple of bandages to kill Halcyon Happy, key, and boop, boop, boop. Not sure if I want to take anti-venom or not. I'll stick with the basic layout. Again, we're low on money, so let's just get in there quick, try and make use of it. And I'm going to try and blast through these fights a little bit quicker this time, do a little bit less talking if I possibly can. Yep, this I am well aware of. Although marks in general are not to be taken lightly.
Sapping all good life
so yes,
from these groves.
That was probably the wrong direction to go. I probably should have gone this way, but it's too late for that. And we click on the shovel. Yeah.
A victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Nothing much in there. Could probably do with a torch use already, and off we go. I do like Hellions. Nothing here. Fine, that works. Maybe a little bit of information about what we could have found over there. And we are doing 100% of room battles, so we are going to have to go back for that. There will be enemies in there with that treasure, you can be sure. And what do we get for loot? Nothing very exciting. 50 gold pieces is weak. No surprise for them, that's always good. And our first proper combat. So, let's get a stun out to begin with. As she doesn't do that much damage anyway, probably wouldn't kill one outright. Spit on us with a bit of extra... Oh, it's a blight. Not too bad a blight, however. This is the one that does the stress, isn't it? I remember. Jester does the dodge, which is always good. Now we get in here. We're going to do the combo yet? No, we're probably just going to Grape Shot Blast, because Grape Shot Blast is hilarious.
A faint hope
And Wicked... Whoa, what's with the dodge? It's not acceptable. 13 dodge. Yeah, I could have gone for another one, I suppose, but hey, no point here with really anything other than getting this guy to charge forward and finish one off, which he misses with. Even though his accuracy, unlike the leper, it's not like he's a leper style one where he's really weak. Now we're just going to finish one off with one of the holy abilities, given that no one really needs any healing yet except for our Dismas replacement, Bucci. Be hard not to call him Dismas.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That's not so bad. And let's get the party rearranged. And can't do anything about curing him for the time being. I have no idea what to expect from an animal corpse, so I'm not going to go anywhere near it. Thank you very much. Light is fine. Now we're going to have to head backwards on ourselves, which is not ideal. Well, sorry, we're not going to head backwards on ourselves yet, but we will end up having to head back on ourselves because of this. And I was silly there. I let the light get a bit low before I went into that combat, given I knew that combat was there. Now we do... Actually, no, let's get the party buff up first. One of his most useful traits. And then we can... Well, again, there's not much in the way of healing that needs doing, so let's just open up with some damage on this Acolyte at the back. Wouldn't have been able to stun him, hence went with the damage instead. And that's going to give us some stress as well. A massive amount of stress. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. And I don't see why our duelist does anything other than... Our duelist, our highwayman. Just anything other than just Grape Shot Blast. Over and over and over again. Grape Shot Blast is amazing. Right, the if it bleeds is great if they can bleed, but 75% means nope. Nope, nope, nope. So let's just have a big hit on one of these front ones, get them out of the fight. And we can probably do a wicked slice here on the Acolyte to finish him off. Awesome, and then let's heal just because we have the opportunity to keep our guys nice and topped up. We should get one more go before he goes, so that's perfect. We can finish off and then rearrange the team, and off we go. Extra torch, thank you. A little reminder that I should be using it. A bit better. Some loots. Sweet. And a fight. What have we got? Lots of fungal artillery. Who are going to crit me and give me loads of stress to worry about. Cheers for that. You going to do the same thing again? That seems a bit unnecessary. You can't stack marks. I suppose the AI isn't necessarily that intelligent either, is it? So yeah, straight on with the heals. That's not acceptable. He is very low. Glad we healed him in the end of the last combat as well. You have a bleed, and so do I, my friend. So do I. But I'm probably, when we get her go, going to use the Barbaric Yarp ability to do something about that. But instead, for now, we've got... let's get a bleed up on the Scratcher here, hopefully. No, he's going to resist it. Doesn't have a high bleed resist either, so that's slightly unfortunate. And let's get our party buff going as well. Alright, and now I'm probably going to use this Barbaric Yarp because it actually does a chain stun on the front too. Even though it debuffs the Hellion afterwards, it's really nice at the start of a fight to keep things. As you see, you get minus damage, minus dodge, which is far from ideal, but it's nice to get them out of the fight, give us a load of opportunities to get damage involved. Let's get a bleed on the artillery at the back, or not get a bleed on the artillery at the back. That's a shame. What health are we looking at? 8. The Vestal's not really going to be able to do much in the way of damage here that's useful, so let's keep the heals running, especially as he's now marked as well. Are they low enough for a Grape Shot Blast? No, they are not low enough for a Grape Shot Blast, so let's get a... You know, a special bleed resist. Let's try and get you bleeding then, my friend. Good, good. One of them's actually landed finally. Oh, double blight, crit, loads of stress. That's horrid. That is horrid, and they're going to do the same thing again, although without the crit, which is kind of okay. That means the blight's stacked on our Vestal at the back, which is pretty horrid. Now, this Iron Swan means that I can actually hit the one at the back, which is kind of cool. 4 to 9 is not a huge amount of damage, however. So I might well just take out one of these front two. We got a bleed on the Occultist, so I'm going to try and kill the Scratcher, which has not worked. Hellion's done pretty rubbish damage there, but has brought them into Grape Shot Blast range. At least one of them. Oh, nice. Dureri gets a go, so we can try and bleed up this rear fungal artillery, perhaps. So I'm going to do 4 to 7. Or we could do is have a slightly higher chance to crit and rearrange the party, which doesn't have much use at this point. So let's get the bleed on if we can. Great. Bit of extra damage coming out. And now they get to have a go. Oh, nice. Only one. So we've still got this opportunity to take one out. Cultist Brawler is going to die from the next tick of the bleed. So let's try and take out the only one we can hit. Thin the ranks. That's great. Cultist Brawler's dead. No turn for you, my friend. And now Blangy's got that horrid bleed. And in fact, this might be a party heal opportunity. Even though Blangy's only got the rank 1 one. That's not the party heal, that's the party heal. Even though Blangy's only got the rank 1, you know, just keeping their health up when there's all options like that. I quite like it. Escape Cloud. I imagine that's supposed to move him to the back of the party as well, but hasn't because of where we're sitting at the moment. And let's finish him off with Dureri's Dirk Stab. It's actually quite a nice ability, although could combo better with other groups. If the Hellion was a Crusader instead, that would be awesome. You know, Crusader, Highwayman, Hellion, Crusader, Highwayman, Jester could be really cool. Whoops, that was close. I almost decided to just not bother with the chest there, which would have been pretty dumb. Now, we don't have anything to cure these blights with, and I might want to think in future about bringing something to do exactly that, because that's some pretty horrid stuff. And because we're 100% of room battles and we haven't had any luck with scouting, I'm going to have to look up here. Now, we could have some luck and find that this is in fact the only remaining monster encounter, but that would be asking for quite a bit. Whole party still taking blights as we go into the next fight, but we get a surprise. That's absolutely awesome. Cool, right, party buff up. Get that accuracy, get that crit. Might as well use it if we have it. Right, they've got very little health. I don't think Grape Shot Blast can only kill them if he max rolls, whereas if he Wicked Slices, he guarantees to kill someone. So let's Wicked Slice. Hope we get to kill them all before they even have a shot at us at this rate. Right, so our Hellion is probably our likely to do the highest amount of damage of our remaining characters. So we're going to have the Hellion go for the Spitter. Again, a one-shot, which is great. And now... now we got an interesting choice, because I can have a go at killing this maggot outright, but it's pretty unlikely, or I can get some healing going, and I think getting some healing going might be the best bet here. 10, 12, or the party heal. I'm going to go with the party heal. It's pretty much guaranteed to be better than your single target, even though it's spread and thus you don't get so much individual benefit. Okay, and then we got lucky and got to go first. So, and got a little bit of stress relief from critting too, and a key, which is always cool. So let's use a bit of torch and keep going on our way. Nothing to see here, it seems. Is this the fight we're looking for? Well, it's a fight, so it was definitely worth coming here. Okay, now, Duelist Advance would allow me to get at these Acolytes, because I'm concerned about the stress levels. Wicked Slice doesn't, Open Vein doesn't. So yeah, I'm going to go with Duelist Advance and try and screw over these Acolytes really early on. I'll go for the one there, simply because he might be accessible to more people, is the thinking. And yeah, I'm not even going to party buff yet. I know that seems silly, but I really want to take one of these out before they have a chance to go. And this might have put our Hellion in a position where she can't do anything. I'm not 100% sure, but if that's the case, then that would be very unfortunate. We'll just have to deal with it when it comes. Bit of heal for Blangy. And our Hellion... so Hellion still has something she can do, and even better, it's on the right one. That's perfect, except for the dodge. Oh well. And she's not even debuffed yet, so... Oh, you're going to pull the Hellion... Oh no, that would have been a shame. Pull the Hellion back to the front of the group where I wanted her. I would have accepted it. Oh, nah, there's the stress problems. Although our Vestal didn't take any from that, which is kind of helpful. Oh, they're still going to rearrange my group for me. Nice, thank you. Still, some of our guys are pretty low. Low enough that, again, while I don't think the +2 blind actually crit event is worth it in this case, we got to take some of this damage out the field. And given that he has the opportunity, is this going to kill outright? It is. So I'm going to use this just so that I don't rearrange their positions again. I kind of want to keep them in this order if I can. Now, again, because of his position, he can't hit who I want him to. So we're just going to have to try and hit one of these ectoplasms and hope we do enough damage to kill it. Doesn't matter which. And we roll minimum. Damn. Cool, we can get some more healing out, and it's going to be the party heal again. At some point, it'll roll a 2, and that'll be amazing. We can get 8's worth of healing out of it instead of 4. But so far, not to be. Yeah, your wounds are mounting, I'm aware. It is not great. Now, we could go for the Barbaric Yorp here. Or we could try and bleed up and take out the Cultist. I think we're going to go for the Yorp just because while the stress is a problem, health is starting to become a problem as well. Only got one of the stuns, that's really unfortunate, and this is probably... Oh, no, that's the duplication one. I thought that was the one that was going to cause more stress. That's actually fortunate to some extent, believe it or not, even though there's now another one. And that's the ability that I really didn't want cast on Blangy at the back. Oof. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't start taking people out quick enough. We gotta get some of these. I'm not going to kill the ectoplasm because he's stunned. He can't go this turn. I want to try and kill something else. And unfortunately, we don't get that opportunity. Right, the dodging is starting to annoy me. However, we can't bleed someone. We can't make a huge amount of use of Dirk Stab either. This has become a very tricky situation very quickly. Again, something that primarily does bleed damage is not that helpful. And we are taking far more damage than they are at the moment. Right, he's now broken his stun, so now is the opportunity to try and kill him and take him out of the equation. Oh no, that's the resolve tested, surely?
Injury
No?
and despondence
Oh, I'm surprised.
set the stage
I
for
am surprised.
heroism or cowardice.
That's cool. Push him around. That I do not mind. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage either, so that's great. It gives us the opportunity to try and get back from this. Alright, so slightly more chance to kill the lower HP one at the back. Again, Bucci rolls minimum. He's not helping for a huge amount with that, and again, they're going to duplicate. Hot damn, this has put us in a dodgy position. Now, she again has a small chance of actually taking one outright. However, and they've got higher stun resist this time round, so I'm going to try and use her to kill this one at the back here, which she does very nicely. Gets us a bit of stress relief, but only a tiny bit. And now we can actually heal, and I'm going to go back to single target to try and keep at least one of these guys off of death's door. It's going to be the Hellion just because I prefer Hellions to the Jesters. Like if I'm going to keep one of them, it's that one I want to keep. Right, we've got to get some good damage out this turn. So, Dirk Stab. I'm going to ignore the Acolyte. I think I have to deal with the Ectoplasms. We tried to kill him. We don't have the right attack at the rear of the party sort of set up to pull that off. So instead, really glad we dodged that. That would have spawned another one of them. It's about time. This is going to resolve test us, I think. Yep. Great. Abusive, which means we're going to take a load more stress on the rest of our party from here on out now. But we do have an opportunity now to... I mean, Grape Shot Blast... Actually, Grape Shot Blast has a pretty good chance of killing that one. Yeah, we're going to do Grape Shot Blast because it'll give everybody else a much better chance of finishing off the other two. Perfect. Now, Blangy, you need to kill the Ectoplasm. Even though healing seems like a good route, and that is a little bit of heal on Blangy at least. Killing the Ectoplasm is basically required there, otherwise it was going to duplicate again and give us even more problems. Now come on. Nice big hit. Finish it off. You've got to do max damage. Not really, but it was asking quite a bit. No, keep stressing her out. That doesn't matter anymore. She's done. Boring. And the Duelist advance to finish things off.
As victories mount.
Yes, and unfortunately that was not the end of the room battles. So we're going to have to go back on ourselves with very little HP and try and hopefully that'll be the last one. But we will take inevitable stress from doing this. Yes, by all means eat. We've got plenty of blooming food. We haven't asked for it once yet. That is far from the problem. I mean, fortunately, the rest of them were basically not stressed at all when they came in, so we don't have the problem that they're right up at the max as well, like Blangy was, because Blangy was the only one that had any stress to begin with. But still. Okay, so there is a trap here we can see. Wow. That was pretty quick. There was like one room, that corridor, and then immediately the next corridor. Now let's have a look at their stats quickly. Trap resist 20%. How about the Jesters? Also 20%. So none of these guys are... it doesn't matter who I use to do the trap here. Dismas was so much better at traps.
Mechanical hazards.
Still, that worked. He was the one with the most HP, so... the one that had the best chance of not getting absolutely ruined by it. Righty then. We're going to want to... these guys... have I got a chance to bleed them at all? Yes, I do. So let's try and take out a fungal artillery. Oh, lovely. That was not what I was trying to do. I was trying to bleed him and take him out that way, but hey, I'm quite happily take a massive crit as well. Right, here, healing is probably for the best. We have our Jester on very low life, likely to fall over in the next few minutes. Groping swipe sounds kind of dodgy. Right, these guys have got big HP, so I'm not sure Grape Shot is really that helpful here, whereas Open Vein, getting them bleeding, might be. Yeah, let's go for one of these fungal scratches, try and get them bleeding. That was a nice roll, and we got the bleed applied, so that's cool. We got big damage out of that one. And here, it's going to debuff her, but I'm going to Barbaric Yarp again as well, just on the basis that we're still low on HP. We get the double stun, which is awesome. This combat's looking a little bit more in our favour, even more so now. Nice bit of dodge. Stopped him having his go. We can get a heal on our Hellion, who is looking very low as well. And then Mr. Dismas Alternative. Are you low enough to be thinking about grape shotting yet? Not really, so let's get you to bleed up the other one. Alright, a couple of bleeds going. That's very cool. I mean, nothing like as much damage, but still good. And in return, we get a couple of blights back, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. More bleeds, please. No. Right. We should just take someone out at this point, or try to. Front guy. Nope, but that has brought him into the range where the bleed is going to do the work. And he's going to unstun, but that means he doesn't get to go this round. This one will. We'll grope us a bit with a massive crit. A lot of stress recovery needed after this one, evidently. Right, we're going to Grape Shot now, because everyone's starting to get nice and low. Especially if it does big 5 hits like that. 15 damage. Well worth it. Ooh, and that's the Blight. So now everybody's blighted up again. And we're going to want to start party healing, I think. Although this may well be the last of the combats we have as well. I'm not going to use Dirk Stab here. I'm just going to use the bleed one. It's going to do the job anyway, and I don't want to rearrange the group. Here's our chance for that party heal, which is a 2 finally. And we're going to get one more attack on us, which is going to take Bucci to death's door.
The very precipice of oblivion.
However, assuming we hit here, that should be fine. We're not going to run into issues. I can just have a bit of food to...
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Oh, and we get a scout just to see what's coming up, if there's anything interesting. And we might just go and have a look, because why not? It's not going to cost us anything to do so. Sorry about that. Yes, so you going to give us any quick bits of free loot before we exit the dungeon? We've got to do so quickly. Oh no, Bucci's at death's door already. Let's jump out before it does the test to see whether or not it kills us.
Pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
Still, that was a tiny bit of extra stress for a few more heirlooms, so I'm fine with that. And look at the crests piling in. Awesome. Well, tough one, but everyone survived, so that's the important part. And Bucci actually gets something useful as a trait. That's great.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Tornbull is still AWOL. Where have you gone, Dro? Where have you gone? Right, let's do the usual and get people sorted. And first up, Reynold can finally pray. Do we want to look at treatment cost already? I think we probably do. Money is already becoming a bit of an issue.
Dogmatic rituals.
So let's drop him in there.
Some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
It's just, for whatever reason, it seems like if they get one of those afflictions that means they can't do something, it's always praying. Yeah, I bet you Blangy is the same. Oh, we'll only drink. That's slightly surprising. Right, any of these other guys suitable for in here? Not Verdun. Could do Dureri, but I'm not actually that interested in Dureri at the moment. I'm more interested in getting Bucci sorted. Hang on. What about Blangy? No, Blangy was the one that could only drink. Ignore me. Let's get Bucci in there. Let's jump down to the tavern. Yeah. We'll only drink, so we can't do Blangy at the moment. She is not going to get that sorted out. Who else do we like? We like Verdun and we like Adonai, so let's look at getting... So we're running low on money again. Cool. So I think that might have to be it for stress relief for now. Let's have a quick look at the stagecoach, see what else we've got available. Nice, so we have some interesting options. Not too keen on another Vestal, we're pretty set in that area. But bounty hunters are cool, and grave robbers are cool. So, what are we going to do about that? We might, how many, 1, 2, we've still got 3 Vestals, and I kind of like having 3 Vestals, to be honest. Especially, plus 10% stress heal, I'm not sure you do any stress heals though. Yeah, I quite like having 3 Vestals, so I'm not sure who we're going to drop out of this. There's potential that we, it is just 3 Vestals we've got as well. No, it's a potential we actually upgrade our roster size, I think. I'm feeling a little limited at this point because I would quite like to grab these guys as well.
To those with a keen eye,
that's
gold
fine.
Gleams like a dagger's point.
And then let's have a look. Can we get it to the point? No, we've now used too many of our crests to do anything. We can't weaponsmith yet, but that's fine. I'm trying to kind of chill a little bit, not progress too far forwards, and get things to a point where we can upgrade a couple of these teams a little bit, get off the edge of comfort zone. So cool, I think we are set up-ish. Our next run is going to be interesting one, because we're going to be back with Carmet again. It looks like we'll probably be Carmet, the 2 new guys we've just taken on board, and then it'll have to be Hindi. Oh no, actually we've got Bonnell back, haven't we? So we should continue pimping out Bonnell, our best of the healers, with that wonderful sacred scroll that we got recently, and see where she can get to. So that's our next team, but that's going to be for next episode. It seems to be that I'm just doing and dungeon an episode at the moment. Bit slow, I know, but so be it. That's the way it's going. Hope at least the commentary keeps things a little bit more interesting. Cheers for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.